Zedekiah, the king of Judah, faced terrible circumstances. The king of Babylon had come against him, threat of drought, trouble with the people around him, probable threat of the people who had defected to the Babylonians. As I was reading the book of Jeremiah, I asked myself, did Zedekiah deserve all these? The reason I asked was because so far, anytime a country came against Israel, it was because of their sin. Then this memory dropped in my spirit. A previous king of Judah, Hezekiah, who was supposed to die, but sent his supplication to God, and God heard him and extended his years. He became pumped up that representatives of Babylon came to him to pay their respects to him because of his previous illness. When they came, he showed off all he had. Such a diplomatic visit was supposedly harmless, but added to Israel's downfall. He acted in pride because people from a very far country had come to visit him. God sent the prophet to inform him that because of this action, Judah would go into exile into Babylon, and that his own sons will be carried into exile. He selfishly replied that it is good that it would not be during his time. Anytime I read this passage, I wonder why he could think like this. Many of us act like this, destroying our resources and acting in ways that are causing harm to the future generations, and we do not care because it doesn't affect us. The plight Zedekiah found himself in was because of the sins of his forefathers and even his own sins. Jeremiah chapter 3 verses 1 and chapter 5 verses 6b showed that God had gotten tired of their sins that had piled up. His situation was so bad that he had to sneak the prophet to himself to inquire of the Lord because he was scared of everyone. As a king, it was as though he was powerless. He was even scared of the people with him who refused to let Judah turn themselves into Babylon, even though the word of God had come that that was the right step to take. The reason that God had instructed them to turn themselves into Babylon was because he had purposed it because of their sins and had given countless prophecies to that effect. The only way for Judah to come out unscathed was to turn themselves in. But those other people, Shephatiah, Gedaliah, Jukal, and Pushur, were running the show and preventing the people from obeying the instructions of the Lord. However, no matter what they did, the word of the Lord came to pass. If the Lord has purposed it, who can indeed stand? Is there an instruction from God you are trying to avoid or turn? If so, think again. Stay blessed. Ciao.